Alright, so I'm sure by now you are aware that we're getting a symbiote update, but as you can see, we have officially received sneak peek number 1 for the September update, and the very first symbiote that is going to be getting an upgrade is actually going to be Venom, and it's a big upgrade for him, new uniform and a tier 4. CM Fragment is letting us know that this powerful symbiote has perfectly bonded with its host to protect the universe of Marvel Future Fight with new cosmic powers. The true, listen now, the true King in Black has arrived. Move over, KNULL. You are a fraud, sir. You have been fraudulently claiming to be king when realistically you are not. Because realistically, who's using KNULL? Comment down below, man. Any of you guys using KNULL for anything these days? Because he barely holds his own in Alliance Conquest. Anyway, so right here it says, check out the new look and abilities of this superhero. Okay? Even though he's the true King in Black, they're speculating here. Right, well, I guess they're not speculating. They're telling us that he's still a superhero. Right? I'm speculating that he's still going to be a superhero. Anyways, who has evolved beyond the power of its creator. Check out the trailer. The trailer actually looks pretty lit. So as you can clearly see, guys, Venom's new uniform looks absolutely amazing. And in addition to that, they made sure to leave it very obvious that he's getting tier 4. In addition to this, am I the only one getting Halloween vibes from Venom here? It also is really nice to hear him like roar or like growl. Like it's very like, I guess, fitting. So looking at this, right, we now know Venom is getting tier 4. As it stands, guys, we already have Moon Knight and Hulk who can be tier 4. With this, we now have 3 tier 4 characters confirmed. But we are more than likely going to see either tier 4 Carnage or tier 4 KNULL. If we do in fact see tier 4 Carnage, that's going to put us up to 4 combat tier 4s. That is quite a bit considering the fact that the next update, guys, is actually going to be Black Panther. More than likely, they're going to stretch this update for September all the way until the Black Panther Wakanda Forever update. So keep that in mind. So with 3 confirmed and 1 potentially coming in Carnage, right? If we do have 4 combat characters with Namor being the villain or the antagonist of the Wakanda Forever movie, more than likely he's going to get tier 4. It's called Black Panther. So more than likely Black Panther is going to get tier 4. Now I know you guys are going to say, oh, wait. Black Panther is not even confirmed to be a part of Black Panther 2, aka Wakanda Forever, because he's dead. True, but if I were a betting man, I would bet on Netmarble giving Black Panther a new uniform and tier 4 to cash in on the popularity of the character. Because who else are they going to give tier 4 from that movie? M'Baku? Shuri? Like, realistically, who are they going to give it to? It has to be someone related to the movie, right? So more than likely, Black Panther and Namor get tier 4. That's going to bring us up to 6 combat tier 4s. And that's going to be multiple combat tier 4s back to back to back to back. So I say all this to say, if you are a Venom fan, this is really good. But you might not want to hop on and immediately tier 4 Venom when you have minimum 2 more combat tier 4s coming in quick succession. Let me just say that. For anyone who's going to say, oh, they're going to give it to Shuri because Shuri's the new Black Panther. Shuri's a tier 2 character. There's no way she's going to go from tier 2 to tier 4. Just keep that in mind. She's going to go up to tier 3 when we get Wakanda Forever, and Namor and somebody else is going to get tier 4. Now, to those of you guys out there who are thinking, yeah, that's way too many combat tier 4s back to back in quick succession, I am inclined to agree with you. And what I actually see happening here is actually tier 4 Venom and tier 4 Shadow Shell. Keep in mind that we just got tier 4 Blue Dragon out of nowhere with uniforms for her and Sunbird. So somewhere in between now and the Black Panther Wakanda Forever update, we're gonna see uniforms and tier 4s for additional members of the Warriors of the Sky. And if we're just gonna bypass going for tier 4 Carnage, who is way more popular than tier 4 War Tiger, right? More than likely what they're gonna do is tier 4 Shadow Shell to kind of give us some semblance of balance. That's what I see happening. Now, some of you guys are speculating that the big guy, right, the old king that has been dethroned, is going to be getting tier 4. Some of you guys are already planning for it, hoping for it, praying for it, because he's so freaking bad. This man is so bad that he even loses to people like Hulkbuster in Alliance Conquest. I kid you not. I'm beating... Oh man, I can't even say it with a straight face, but it's so funny, bro, because like even Hulkbuster in his new uniform, I'm using him to beat like the strongest knulls in the game, top 100 knulls. It's actually crazy how bad he is, bro. But some of you guys really want to see him tier 4, and here's the thing, I would be on board with him getting tier 4 if this was like 2 years from now. And the reason why I say that is because look at how slowly you can farm tier 4 materials. It takes on average about 5,000 carbonadium and 5,000 soul of the Faltines for you to make one tier 4 character. And these are characters that are natively tier 1 characters. Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, Moon Knight, etc. All of these characters start off at tier 1, then you get them to tier 2, tier 3, and then tier 4. Keep that in mind. And the way how this upgrade system in Marvel Future Fight works is that when a character starts off at tier 1, they're the cheapest to upgrade to the final tier. When a character starts off as a tier 2 native, guess what happens? They become double costs. So to tier 3 Scarlet Witch is going to cost you 1600 CCF as opposed to if you were going to tier 3 Black Widow, who's going to cost you 800 CCF. You see what I'm going here? So let's say he does get a tier 4. What do you think is going to happen for the tier 4 cost? Because we've seen this time and time again, right? Tier 2 natives like Doctor Doom, Thanos, Scarlet Witch, etc. They cost double the materials to get to the final tier, whatever it may be. So for all of you guys who are like really excited that Knull is going to be getting or possibly getting tier 4 and a uniform, I would say I would happily, very much so happily take a uniform for him, but I personally, I'm not on board with him getting tier 4. And this is coming from somebody who has all of the current tier 4s in the game. I'm pretty sure I'm in like maybe the top 1,000 players that currently have all of the tier 4s, right? So why on earth I'm saying that is very simple. It costs 5,000 Soul of the Faltines and 5,000 Carbon for you to actually get one of these characters to tier 4. That's already taken most players a month and a half, 2 months to get. If they're going to triple the cost, right, because these are tier 1 natives and he's a tier 3 native and they usually double or triple the cost, what do you think is going to be the cost for this guy? Probably 15, 16,000 Carbonadium and 15, 16 Soul of the Faltines. That's going to take like free to play and low spenders like 4 or 5 months of farming and not tier 4ing anyone to actually tier 4 this guy if nothing is changed. Meaning if they leave the Soul of the Faltine cap at 150 per day and they leave the World Boss Legend drops at about 150, 170 Carbonadium per day. So they really got to address this. They really got to bump up the materials. I'm saying they need to double this thing, double the amount that you get, and also add some initiative, right? Make it so that when people play higher levels, they get more Carbonadium, bro. Like, I don't see the point of playing World Boss Legend stage 99 if I'm getting the same amount of rewards as if I was playing stage 1. Like, legitimately, on my free-to-play account, now I'm literally only playing stage 1 because I'm getting the same amount of materials. And once your Conqueror level is maxed out, like, what's the point, really? It's just for a challenge or for a showcase to see if your character can do it. So, I'm going to say it right now. Temper your expectations. If you ask for a tier 4 null and you get it, you can't be one of those people crying, saying that, listen, this is too expensive, because you know what you're signing up for. history repeats itself, and that's always been the case. If a character starts off at tier 2, they're going to cost more than a character that starts at tier 1. And the tier 3 natives are going to cost more than the ones that start off at tier 1. So let me just say that. Now, on to Venom. I'm happy for him. Really excited to play with him. And there's a couple things that I'd like to see from him this time around. I would like it if they would change his 4-star passive from when he uses this HP buff to just when he's attacking, even if it's like a 50 or a 70% chance for him to get the chain hit damage, the super armor, the basic defense, etc. And I'd also like them to take away this cooldown. If you don't know what this HP recovery buff is, it's basically whenever he pops off these particles off of his body and then he walks over it, then he triggers that buff. So like if I go 4, take a look at the icons here. If I move around, you're gonna see, hello, why did it not activate? There we go. See the chain hit thing? This thing. I don't know why it didn't pop off the first time I did it, but basically every 15 seconds when you use his forward skill, you're gonna get the chain hit damage. But I think they could bump up his damage significantly by just making it so that this thing activates when he's attacking and there's no cooldown on it. Personally, and it doesn't require whole stepping in the HP thing to heal. I think his tier 3 skill, the damage accumulation, is already really good, 1.5%. So besides that, I would say maybe add a little bit of damage reduction. He already has a little bit. He has 30%, but he feels really squishy for some reason. So I would say maybe bump this up to 50% to hopefully give him some better survivability. As for his uniform bonus, I'm curious to see what they're going to do here because he already has ignore dodge and chain hit damage built in. So what are they really going to do? Are they going to keep this as is and maybe bump this up to, I don't know, 30% HP recovery and it's 50% chance when he gets hit, and this applies to all allies. So it's a decent like uniform bonus, but there's not really anywhere to use it. I guess maybe in Giant Boss Raid, like I guess that would be the only place. So you guys can let me know what you think of this symbiote invasion update. There's a couple characters that I'm really excited to see in the game, but they're not adding new characters anymore. So as much as I want to say I would love to see Toxin, because you guys know I am toxic, okay? Anyways, the strongest symbiote of all time. I'd love to see Toxin in the game, and I'd also love to see Riot. Please, Netmarble, break the cycle, okay? Break the bloody cycle. Give us Toxin, give us Riot, and give them Awaken skill. Combine them with Scream. Give Scream a uniform because she's the only symbiote in the game that cannot heal. Please do that for us. We need some new characters. We've been at 249 for what feels like forever. I don't know if it's like a glitch and all the other characters after 249 are invisible. But please, fix this, okay? I'd like to see Toxin and Riot in the game. Who in here trying to start a riot? Okay, anyways. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited? And if you are, what are you most excited for? I would be on board if they decided to give Carnage and Venom tier 4s, but I know it's just gonna be too many combats, man. But maybe they'll just take a break and just start doing blast, universal in a row. I personally don't like that because them doing that is just basically a way for them to, I'm not too sure if it's still, yeah, it's not in here. I was gonna show you guys the book selector thing that they're trying to monetize, because as far as I see it, if they are gonna do multiple combat tier 4s in a row, it seems like it's just a way to bump up the value of that pack, because you're not gonna have enough books, or at least you're not gonna get them fast enough.